Welcome everybody. Wanted to show you this quilt today that I made for someone who loves stars. It's made with 4-inch squares rather than 4.5-inch squares, which is normal in patchwork and quilting. The reason that I did this is that I had some scraps and I could only get 4 inches out of them to make enough squares to put into the quilt. Now the idea of this quilt is that it goes from a bright sunny afternoon through to the stars and then to the really dark night sky. Now the night sky, as you can see, the fabric that I had little stars on it, so it was perfect for this quilt. And it also has moons and zodiacs as well. And then it comes down and there's the pale blue, which has tiny, tiny little stars on it. And then I quilted it with my domestic machine with stars as well. But the reason I wanted to show you this quilt today is for these stars. I call these my cheat stars, and I absolutely love making them. So this square is 4 inches like all the other squares, and this one you cut a square at 3 inches, and naturally you cut 4 of them. You end up with a triangle because you cut it on the diagonal from corner to corner. You place one triangle on the fabric and you sew in a 1/4 inch. You then place this one on top and stitch in a 1/4 inch as well. And you will end up with perfect stars every time. If you cut it on the bias, it will not fray. I've made a few of these and they haven't frayed yet. Very easy quilt to make. The only tricky bit is I've joined all the stars. Now, I couldn't put them in a block. I'm just not that clever. So I laid them all out and played around with them until I was happy with them, and then I stitched them all together. And then I put an edge on it of it's a burning orangey colour, which represents the sun, then more of the night sky, and then the binding has the burnt orange colour as well. So this quilt you could make in a variety of different ways. You could go from pale pink through to hot pink, pale purple through to hot purple. It also would look fairly good, I thought, the other day, using it to do where the blue is, to do fishes and coral and sea things, starfish, through to the yellow, which you could use as a sand, and then through to the tropical rainforest that we have in Queensland with all the greens and those sort of beautiful colours. So, yeah, give it a go. Now, these stars can be made at any size. I have made them at 7 inches. So whatever size your middle square is, your pointy square will be 1 inch smaller. So I did 7 inches because I had a horse and I didn't want to chop off his legs or his tail or his head. So I measured him and he was 7 inches. So I did the pointy bits at 6 inches. Now, it made a very big star, and I ended up with 4 stars in each corner and 1 in the middle. And it looked really good, really, really good. And then, of course, I bordered it and put the binding on. So give it a try, see what you think, and see what colour combinations that you can come up with to make this quilt your own. Thank you. Bye.